Okay, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to deviate away from the WPF stuff. We'll be right back to it, don't worry, if you've been following along. And if you don't know what I'm talking about and you want to learn WPF, go check out my last couple videos. In fact, there's a playlist. We're making a budget tracking app from start to finish with WPF and maapps.metro. So feel free to check that out. Today we're going to, in Python, create a internet speed test. And it's going to do a few things, and we're going to use something called the speed test CLI command line interface as well. We'll check that out. And if you like this kind of stuff, as I learn things in programming and try to teach myself different things, I like to share it with you guys. And if that sounds cool, feel free to subscribe. That way you don't miss anything in the future. And what we're doing today has been influenced by this particular article from Geeks for Geeks. I had a question. I'm like, how do we create a speed test in Python? And this answered that question. So feel free to check out this article. I will try to remember to link it down below so you can check it out if you want. But I thought, why not make a video just going through it together and talking about some things. And then we're also going to use the format method of a string. And I really need to make a video and learn more about formatting strings in Python because there's a lot of useful, I feel, things you can do with this method, and maybe I should learn some of these things, these formatting methods, and make a video out of it. But that's for another day, I guess. But we're going to be using this a little bit just to display the download speed. So I have VS Code open, and I created a folder called Python Speed Tests. Let's go ahead and add a new file and call this speed.py and get into that. So the first thing we're going to do is install the speed test CLI. So I'm going to pip install, can't type again, pip install speed test -CLI. And for me, it's going to say requirement already satisfied because I've already installed this, but yours should download it and install it normally. So once that's installed, let's bring up the command prompt. And then here we can run the speed test -CLI. And what this is going to do, it's going to do a download speed test, upload speed test, and I think also a ping test. And I would show that to you in real time, but that's going to show my public IP address, which I don't think you guys should see. So I'll try to show you a bit of it at the end so you can see what it looks like. So once you just type in speed test -CLI and hit enter, it'll run some things, and this is towards the end. Above it'll show my public IP, which I don't want you guys to see, but my internet isn't too fast today. Well, it's not very fast most of the time, but 34.13 megabit per second, and then 11.36 megabit per second. And then above this it'll do the ping test too, but I'm not showing that. But you guys can feel free to try that out and make sure that it works. So now that it works, let's go ahead and put this to use in a Python script. So let's first import speed test, and then down below let's make an object and we'll call it st for speed test. And that's going to be equal to speed test dot capital speed test, an instance of that. So let's get the download speed. I'm going to create another variable called download speed, and that's going to be equal to st.download. And then here we can go ahead and print out what is that download speed. So print, and then I'm going to format the string, but I'm going to say download speed, and here's what my formatting is going to be. It's going to be :2f to denote it's only going to be 2 decimal points, or 2 numbers after the decimal point. And then this is going to be in megabit. And after string we can do .format and pass in the download speed. But the download speed is actually just going to be in bits. So it's going to be this pretty big number. And if we want to turn that into megabits, we can do download speed divided by 1024 times 1024. And let's see what that looks like. So let's run this PySpeed. And now at the bottom we see download speed 37.77 megabits. Now if you want that into megabytes, 8 bits in a byte, so we can just multiply this by 8 like that. And if I run it now, it'll take a second again, but we will get megabytes. So that's 4.63 megabytes. And if you want to do kilobits, or well, let's start with kilobytes. Kilobytes would be this, and then kilobits would just be remove the 8. Now, if we wanted to, we could also do upload speed. So I'm just going to copy this line, and instead of download, place that word with upload, and then st.upload. And let's change this back to megabytes, I guess, times 8. I'm going to copy this line and now say upload speed, and then upload speed divided by this. And now let's try both of these. Cool. So now we have download speed 4.67 megabytes, upload speed 1.24 megabytes. None of these are very good, but and then lastly, if we want to do ping, we're going to create an empty list called server names. It's going to be an empty list for now, and then we can do st.get servers and then pass in server names, and then lastly we can print st.results.ping. And now let's run this. Cool. So what this does is it tried pinging the closest major server, and here we go. This is in milliseconds, so 30.384 is the ping, and then all of the other stuff. So pretty quick video, but that's how you can create a Python script that does a speed test, both download and upload, and also ping test to see what the latency is there. And hopefully you found this fun or useful, and I hope to see you in the next video.